Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today we have got another classic Sudoku created by Awedish, and this Sudoku has been taken from the Logic Masters Germany portal. The first thought that you might get on seeing the Sudoku is, wow, there are so many givens, it must be dead easy. You cannot be far away from the truth, right? I advise you all to give it a try for yourself. You'll understand how hard this Sudoku actually is, despite the number of clues. There are so many clues, like it looks really dense, but it is hard. It's very hard Sudoku. The link to solve this is in the description of the video. Please do give it a try. Come back and watch the video. Meanwhile, I'll try to take you through the exact solve path of the Sudoku. And if you have been enjoying the videos that we are putting out, please do leave a like for the video and remember to subscribe to the channel. So let's start the Sudoku by Awedish. Right, so this box can be straight away filled. 7 has to be here in this cell, only cell which can take 7 in that box. And then these two cells would be 5 and 6 for the column, and this column is almost filled. 6 and 9 are the remaining digits. Similarly, row 5 would have 6 and 9 here. Now continuing on, I have 2, 5, 6, 3, 7, 8. I need 1, 4 and 9. 4 cannot be here, 4 cannot be here, so this is 4, which means these cells will take 1 and 9. I also see that 5 cannot be here, so 5 has to be here, which means this cell has to be 1 and 6 and 9, but 9 is already here, so this is 1, 6. And looking along the column, this also becomes 1 and 6. And look at this box, this is also almost filled. 2, 8 and 9 are the remaining digits. I have 2 and 8 here. So this cell cannot be 2 and 8, so this is 9. This becomes a 2, 8 pair. And now this row can be filled, right? 1. This has to be 6 and 9, right? So the very easy part of the Sudoku is done. Now let's try to look at rows and columns which are almost filled. For example, column 3, column 7, row 3, and row 7 might be interesting places to start looking because there are already 5 given digits. Let's look at column 3 now. 3, 5, 7, 4 and 8. I need 1, 2, 6 and 9 to complete the column. So 1 and 2 cannot be here and 1 and 2 cannot be here. So this becomes a 1, 2 pair, and consequently this becomes 6 and 9. Right? So let us continue now. Look at column 7, 1, 3, 4, 6 and 7. So 2, 5, 8 and 9, this is 5 and 9. This is 8 and 9 because I have 2, 5 here. This is 2, 5, 9, and this is 2, 5 and 8 because of the 9. Right. So it is somewhere at this point you beginning to use all sorts of tricks in the Sudoku, and you'll be amazed at the amount of classic Sudoku techniques that you will require to complete this particular Sudoku. So let us start using that one by one. The first thing that comes to mind when you see this grid as of now is this 1, 6, 9, 6, 9. It's everywhere, right? So let us see if we can use that in some way. So basically, I'm going to explain the simple coloring technique or the bulb technique. You can name it whatever. So if let us pick a candidate first. Let us start deducing the chain along that. So 6 is in one of these two cells, so which means if 6 is here, then 6 cannot be in this cell. So let's call 6 as green as on and yellow as off. Now in this row, if 6 is off here, then this has to be on, right? It's just like a bulb. And in this column, if 6 is on here, then it cannot be on here, so it would have to be off. So yellow, right? And similarly in this box, if you see, 6 is on here, so which means this will be off. And in this column, 6 is off here, so 6 has to be on. So now we have more or less reached the position where we want to reach. The idea behind this technique, simple coloring or bulb technique, is there cannot be the candidate, in this case 6, in a cell which sees both the on and off status of the bulbs. Look at this cell. It is seeing both off and both on. So I'm going to say that 6 cannot be here. The simple way to prove is by seeing what happens if 6 is here. If 6 is here, right, then 6 goes here, 6 goes here, and 6 has to be here, and there is a contradiction, right? So basically you cannot have the candidate digit in cells which see both the on and off status of a cell. This is what you call a simple coloring or bulb technique. So basically I can eliminate 6 from here. Another way, and a more elegant way, you can see, but it's not so structured, it's kind of random, to see this logic is, if you have a 6 here, then 6 is forced here and you do not have 6 in row 5. This is another way, an elegant way to solve, but it's not so structured, right? Simple coloring is a structured technique. So I can eliminate 6 from this cell. Now, the thing about the Sudoku is, you can also eliminate one more digit from here. Let us see how. But before that, let me put some pencil marks here. I have one in one of these cells, pointing pair. So this cell cannot be 1, 5, 7, 4 and 8. So this is 2, 3, 6 and 9. And we just now eliminated 6 here. So 2, 3 and 9. Now let me use a coloring on the digit 9. Let's remove all these colors. And let us now consider the candidate digit as 9. Same idea, let's use 2 different colors, maybe pink for on, orange for off. So now the candidate digit is 9. If 9 is on here, then 9 is off here. So which means 9 would have to be on here again. 9 would have to be off here, and 9 would have to be on here, and 9 would have to be off here again, right? Pink is on and orange is off, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. You can consider pink as off and orange as on, but they're just they just represent 2 different states. Now again, using the same idea, cells which see both on and off status of a candidate cannot take that digit. So look at this cell. Can it be 9? If it's a 9, the quick way to see is 9 goes here, 9 goes here, and you already have a 9 here. So in this box, there is no space for the 9. So which means this cell right here cannot take a 9. And again, you can use the elegant way to see if this is a 9, 9 is forced here and there is no 9 in row 5. This is another way to see. So, but you can eliminate the digit 6 and 9 from row 9 column 2 using simple coloring, right? So let us eliminate 9 from here. Excellent. Now let me remove these colored status. One more thing you can do is the concept of remote pairs. Look at this cell. Basically what I'm trying to show you is that this cell cannot take both 6 and 9 because this is pink and this is orange. So if this is a 6, this would have to be 9. It's just, like for example, if this is 6 here, this would be 9. And pink again is 6 and orange is 9. So basically all the oranges will take one digit and all the pinks will take the other digit, right? So for this cell, it is seeing both 6 and 9, 2 different colors. So which means this cannot be 6 and 9. This is called a remote pair. It's not, in a box or a row or a column, but it's in different boxes. So it is called a remote pair technique, and this cell cannot be 6 and 9. So this has to be 3, 4 and 7, and 3 is also ruled out. It is 4 and 7. Beautiful. Let's remove the colors. Okay, now let's continue. The next thing to see in the Sudoku is a little bit tricky, but not so hard. You might have guessed where I'm going with that. In rows 3 and row 7, you will notice that 3 is either in this cell or this cell, and in row 7 it's in this cell or this cell. So this is basically an X-swing. This is called an X-swing. When you restrict a candidate to 2 rows and the same 2 columns, then the rule states that the candidate can be eliminated subtracted from the rest of the cells along that column. This is an X-swing technique. So basically, the 3 can be eliminated from all these green cells. And that is because 2 rows or 2 columns can only take 2 instances of a 3. So if I put 3 in any of these green cells, what happens is 3 is eliminated from both of these blue cells. Now the second and the third 3s both need to be placed here. That is not possible, right? For row 3 it gets placed here, and for row 7 it gets placed here. So we have 2 3s in a single column, which is not possible. So which means if 3 is here, that forces 3 here, which will eliminate all these green cells, right? And again, if 3 is here, this 3 is forced here, and again all the green cells would be eliminated, right? So this is basically an X-swing. So now I can eliminate the 3 from this cell because 3 is in one of these cells, and by X-swing I can eliminate the 3 from row 9 column 2. So this is a 2. Now that becomes 1, this becomes 2, this is 5 8, and in this column I can place the 2. This is a 2. That's excellent. 2 is in one of these 2 cells by simple scanning, right? Now let us see if we can do some more elimination with the 3s. There are many cells you can eliminate the 3, right? This for example, this for example. So this is 4 6 and 9, right? 3 is eliminated. So this can only be 4 6 and 9. This is 4 and 6 by Sudoku. Alright, so 5 in row 8 has to go here, and that could have been placed much earlier, but nevertheless the techniques don't change. So 5 is in one of these 2 cells. These cells don't take a 3. Right, so let me remove the green cells now. So what I'm going to show is again another interesting logic. Because 3's got eliminated here in row 1 due to the X-swing on rows 3 and 7, you'll notice that 3 in row 1 and 3 in row 9 can only go in the pink cells. So this has created another X-swing. But although it doesn't help much, you'll see that all the cells which it eliminates anyway don't take a 3, right? So it's not much. So let's remove that. But it does actually give rise to another X-swing. 2 5 8 1 and 3. So this is 4. So which means this would be 6 7 and 9. What can I do next? Okay, 1 can be placed in row 2 in this cell because of the ones here and ones here, and that now forces 7 in here, which forces 4 here. Guys, the Sudoku doesn't fall even after this, so please stay tuned. There is one very tricky step at the end of this Sudoku which is very easy to miss, so I'll take you to that point. So 7 here forces 4 here, which forces 6 here, which forces 9 here, and that finishes off this box 1 and 6, and that 9 gives us 6 1 and 9, and that gives us 6 and 9, right? So we can finish off the row. This is 7 1 4 5 7 2 8, so I need 3 6 and 9. This is 3 9 and this is 3 6. Let's look at this column. 1 4 5 2 6 7 8, so this is also 3 and 9. No 6 here. 1 5 6 7 2 8, so this is 3 4 9, and 9 cannot be here, so 3 4. Let's look at this column. 1 5 6 7 9 2 3 4 8, so this is 4 and 8 because I have 2 and 3 here. 1 2 4 7 8, I need 3 5 6 9. This is 3 6 and 9, and this would be 3 5 and 6. Of course I can't have 3 here because of the X-swing. This is not a 3. So that gives me a pair now, 5, 6, 5, 6. So these would be 2, 3, 9. 9 doesn't go here. This is 2 and 3. That's nice. So let us see now. Yeah, beautiful. So at this point, there is one more really wonderful logic which gives rise to the final tricky step I was talking about. Remember, that tricky step is not yet ready. It's still in the, it's still being cooked. And to reach that, you need to use this logic now. 9 in rows 1 and 9 can only go in these two cells, right? In row 1, it goes into these two cells, and in row 9, it goes into these two cells. This has given rise to a second X-swing. The first X-swing was on 3s. Now the second X-swing is on 9s. Look how beautifully the Sudoku proceeds to completion after this. And after the final step, I mean. So, which means 9 cannot be in any of these cells, right? It cannot be in any of these cells because there are 2 rows and exactly there will be 2 9s. And if you put 9 in any of these cells, it becomes 3 9s and the balance is upset. So I can eliminate the 9 from this cell. This cell also doesn't take a 9. This would be 3, 4, 8, 1, 5, 6, 2, 7, 9. So this is 3, 4, 8. This also doesn't take a 9, but 9 is already eliminated by Sudoku. Okay. There's only one cell which this X-swing of 9s remove, right? But let's see what it does. Before that, I'll remove this, blues X-swing on 3s. So the purpose is done for that. And similarly, I will remove the X-swing on 9s. Now, because you got a 3, 6 here, this is the final point, in the tipping point in the Sudoku. It's easy to miss this logic. Look at these 3 cells. Because you eliminated 9 from that cell through the X-swing, we have landed at a Y-wing or an XY wing. What an amazing Sudoku. And I hope you agree with me that this Sudoku is hard. Of course, it's really easy to get stuck at some particular point and not arrive at this Y-wing at all. I also got stuck, and I had to use some weird steps to complete the Sudoku until I, tried again, and then I hit upon this. So it is at this point you have landed at a Y-wing because of the X-swing on 9s in the previous step. So what is a Y-wing? You identify 3 cells, and all these 3 cells take bi-value candidates of exactly 3 digits in some order. So I have identified 3 cells here, which is the first step in my statement. And all these cells have bi-value candidates. And that means there can exactly be 2 possible digits in that cell. And all these digits are combination of 3 digits, right? For example, if you call A as 3, B as 6 and C as 9, you will notice that this cell takes A and C, this cell takes B and C, and this cell takes A and B. This pattern has to be strictly followed. For example, if you have 2 cells which have AC, AC, then it cannot be called an X-wing. Sorry, it cannot be called a Y-wing. So this is a Y-wing. 3 cells in 2 different boxes at least. It can also be spread across 3 boxes, but in at least 2 different boxes. And the most important part of the Y-wing, there has to be one hinge cell. What is a hinge cell? It sees the other 2 cells, which are called the wing cells. These are nothing but Sudoku wiki terminology. So if this cell, this cell right here sees both the other cells, which are the wing cells. So this cell is the hinge cell. So for a Y-wing to work, you need to have 3 cells, which all take bi-value candidates of exactly 3 digits. And there has to be a hinge cell which sees the other 2 cells. So what now happens is, the digit which is common between the wing cells cannot be in the cells which is seen by both these cells. So for example, this cell here sees both these cells. This cell here sees both these cells. So basically 3 cannot be in any of these cells. Because if you have a 3 here, this becomes 6, this becomes 9, and then you don't have any candidate here because 9 is hitting here and 6 is hitting here. So which means, so to summarize, the digit which is common between the wing cells cannot be in the cells which is seeing both the wing cells, right? So basically these cells cannot take a 3, nor does this cell take a 3. This is also seeing both the wing cells. So this is also not a 3. This is 5, 6, right? Because 3 here will lead to a 9 here and a 6 here, and then there is no candidate here. So now we have 5, 6 pair. So this is 3, 9, 6. This becomes 3, 4. So 8 and 9. This is 4, 3, 2, and wrappers are being thrown all over the place in utter joy. So 2 doesn't go here. This is 8. This is 2. This is 4. This 2 doesn't take a 2 here. 3, 9. And I can eliminate 3 from here also, right? Because it is seeing both the wing cells. So this is not a 3. That's a 9. 3. And again, wrappers are being thrown all over the place in utter joy. So this is 9. This is 5. This is 8. This is 6. This is 5. This is 5. This is 6. And we need 2 digits. 1, 2, 4, 9, 5, 7, 8, 3, and 6. So 3 goes here and 6 goes here. What a wonderful Sudoku, guys. What a wonderful Sudoku. To start off, I'll summarize how you solve the Sudoku. This is the most critical cell. By using simple coloring, you can eliminate 6 and 9 here. Then that will give a 2, 3 in row 9, column 2. And because of the X-wing on 3s, you can eliminate 3 from this cell, which gives a 2 here. And then you make use of the X-wing on 9s, which to eliminate the 9 from this cell, which gives rise to a Y-wing. And you finish the Sudoku through that. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making the video. Please do leave your comment under the video and do support us. We really require your support. We've been continuously publishing videos on the channel for close to 6 years now, but we haven't seen the growth that we would like to see on the channel. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.